Hermes agent is one of the fastest growing open source repository on GitHub and got really viral for the right reasons. And the biggest one is its self-learning loop. What that means is based on its experiences and the kind of workflows that you teach it on, it automatically converts those into skills. And because of that, it can automate a lot of repetitive things in your business. So suppose you used it to find the revenue of the last month and it got incorrect results because it used incorrect filters. You teach it once, it automatically learns it forever, which is why a lot of people are using it as an AI employee. If you don't know me, I'm Parikshit and I've worked with some of the biggest companies in the world for the past decade. And right now I work with businesses to automate boring parts of their business. The superpower Hermes give you is that you can chat with it through your WhatsApp, Telegram, and give it commands and it can actually perform tasks for you in your business. The problem, however, is it almost remains to be a founder's tool because it has all the access to the private tools and doesn't provide a role-based access directly. It cannot be shared with other employees of a business, which is why while the founder becomes efficient, the entire team remains inefficient, which is what I have solved. And in this video, I'm going to give it to you for absolutely free. So if this sounds interesting to you, let's get started. So first I want to talk about how the architecture of Hermes works today. So Hermes works through a Telegram bot or a Slack bot or a WhatsApp bot, depends on how you set it up. Let's assume we're using it as a Telegram bot. In that case, there could be multiple users of the bot. So let's say in this case, I have a company with 4 people in it. There is sales department, revenue department, and let's say there's some intern who's joined. And then of course there's the founder. And when they chat with the Telegram bot, and it actually reaches the gateway of the bot, which is nothing but a simple webhook which invokes the agent, and from there the AI routes your query to the relevant AI tool, whichever you have set it up. So the middleware, which is the gateway, is having no filters. Whoever sends the message gets the response. There's only one kind of role-based access that you can add, which is who will the bot respond to, which is a specific set of user IDs which the bot will only respond to. But let's say if you want to build a system where your sales team doesn't have the access to the revenue, or let's say your personal email, and your revenue team doesn't have the access to the sales data, and the intern doesn't have access to anything, that kind of setup is not possible. If you give someone access, they have the access to the entire system. This is the biggest problem right now. And to show that, I actually have a bot with me. So first, let's say if I am the founder and I ask it the question, check Parikshit's inbox and summarize the latest email. It gives me the latest email and tells me what it was about. Let me ask a different question. Can you tell me the revenue for the past month? So in this case, Parikshit is the founder. It should have access to all the data in the bot, and let's see what it comes back with. So it has come up with the response and it's given me the revenue for the last month with the complete breakdown. Now I'm using a different user to send the same message. This is a separate person called Sim, and they're sending the message, can you check Parikshit's last email? And it has gotten the list of last 10 emails for me. Now if you look at it, a particular employee in my company can actually access my email box just because it's connected to this bot. That means I cannot give the access of my bot to anyone in my company if they have access to do whatever they want, which means they can see my revenue, which means they can see every confidential information that I don't want to share with some of my employees. Now to solve this, here's the architecture that we have. Let's say if we want to build a system which looks something like this. There's the admin who has these kind of accesses, which is it should have access to the sales email as well. It should have access to the Parikshit's email as well. Whereas the sales team should have access to only the leads and the sales. It should not have the access to revenue. Okay. Similarly, the revenue team should only have the access to sales and revenue. It should not have access to the leads. And they should definitely not have access to any of the email boxes. Now, if you look at it, this is exactly what role-based access control is, where there is a particular role and there's a set access for them. And this is how we actually built it for one of our clients. So there could be 3 or there could be multiple Telegram users. The same thing would happen. It would reach the Telegram bot, but when it reaches the Hermes gateway, we actually add a filter of role-based access control here itself, which is we have a list of at the gateway layer, and each gateway could have a separate role-based access control, because you could have some employee sitting on Slack, some employee sitting on ClickUp, Google Chat, whatever it is. So let's say for a particular gateway, this user ID has all the tools assigned to them. This user ID only has lead sheet, sales agent, Gmail sales. That's it. That's all the access they have. And once it reaches Hermes agent, Hermes now knows which tool to invoke for this particular user, and it doesn't allow them to use tools which they are not authorized to do. So that's how we are going to build this. Now, in order to build this, I've actually forked the repository of Hermes agent and made this commit which does this entire thing for me. And what it does is it's very simple. It gets the list of enabled tool sets which are present in the config file. The config file that I just shared. We first fetch all the roles which are associated to this gateway. Then we match the user ID which is incoming against the role. And if there are no roles associated with this particular user ID, we just deny it all. If we find it, we use the list of allowed and blocked to ensure that we only pass relevant tools. Then we use this allowed and blocked arrays that I've created here to pass only the relevant tools which are necessary for this particular user. And that's the entire code you want change in gateway run.py. If you don't want to copy the code I've written, you can also give this prompt to Claude and it'll make these changes for you without you having to write a single line of code, which is build me an AI employee for this company, Accelerate AI, with role-based access control. And I've given it the GitHub repository, and I've also told it to take a fork of this repository and make changes in the gateway as described below. And these are the exact changes you would want it to make. Now, of course, these are changes which is what my use case was. Your use case could be different, but you can use this prompt to modify according to your use case. Use whichever email boxes that you have. If you have your CRM, QuickBooks, whatever you have in your business, you can update those. Now, setting it up might be slightly hard, and if you want us to set it up for you, just click on the first link below and we'll set it up for you. I myself have set it up for over 30 people in the last 3 months, and it has saved at least 20 hours per week for each of the businesses. And we can actually come into your business and set this up for yourself as well. Now, coming back to, once you give this prompt to Claude will make these changes, and you will have a repository which will look something like the one I was showing you. In my case as well, I used Claude to make these changes, as you can see here, and I used this exact prompt to set this up. If this prompt doesn't exactly work for you, you might have to prompt or reprompt Claude, but this will give it a good idea on what is required. Now let's just test this system. In order to test it, I'll just use the /new command, and once I do that, I have a completely new context window to ask my question. So I can say, which all sheets and email boxes do you have access to? Can you let me know? So as you can see, it came back with the email boxes. It has access to Parikshit at Accelerate AI. It says Gmail sales. It has access, but it's not usable because of some OAuth scope issue. That's a separate issue. We can see that. But it has access to sales, leads, revenue, everything. And that's what we intended to do. So let me ask, can you tell me the last 10 emails Parikshit had got? Now on the other side, I also want to test it here. I've started a new context window, and I can ask, can you access Parikshit's email box and tell me the last 10 emails? I've given it the same prompt to both of them, and let's see what happens. So both of them are using the same MCP Gmail Parikshit search email. And as you can see, this time the SIM bot is saying, I tried accessing the connected Gmail MCP, but it failed. It's giving a 403 error, which is the right thing because it doesn't have the right access. On the other hand, Parikshit actually got the right answer. Now this is exactly what we want. Let's try more. Can you tell me the revenue of last month? Now, to be fair, there are actually two ways of setting it up, and I want to be very clear that why this is the right way. Now, one of the way is you actually prompt AI, you give it the user ID of the person who is asking a question, and you tell it what are the tools the user cannot use. Now, the problem with this is that it's very susceptible to prompt injection, because the user might ask a clever query and the bot might respond to them, because you're not restricting the tools the bot has access to. You're just restricting it based on a prompt. And we know AI hallucinates all the time. It forgets instructions all the time. So in this case, it might forget the instruction that it doesn't have to respond to this particular person with this particular tool. And imagine if your organization has 20 people and you want to keep changing this, how hard it's going to get. Now let's try to access the revenue sheet directly from here. So I'll say, can you access the revenue sheet and tell me what's the last month's revenue? So as you can see, the bot says that it doesn't have the access to the revenue sheet. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, that the same bot can respond in two different ways just by changing the person who's asking the question. And this is exactly role-based access control, which we implemented in our Hermes agent. I can ask, but it needs to have access to sales sheet. So let's ask whether it has access to that or not. Can you access the sales sheet though? So it has given us a sheet. Can you read the sheet and tell me the contents of it? So as you can see, it has the access to the sales data, but it doesn't have access to the revenue data, which is what our expectation was. Now this exact setup is what makes this particular single personal bot to a company brain. And that's what we set up for our clients. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more.